What is holding you back? What is keeping you from achieving a profitable, sustainable business that you feel confident in? What is keeping you from working towards your goals every single week? Welcome to Explore Your Enthusiasm, episode 294, with me, Tara Swigger. We have been working on reaching your sales goals all month. That's what we've been doing here on the podcast. To hear episodes about increasing and sustaining your sales so that you can reach your 2020 goal, make sure you tune in to episodes 292 and 293 of the show. It's just the past two episodes. After those episodes, after I finished writing them, I debated with myself, what should I cover next that would help you reach your 2020 goal? And then I realized what is keeping you from your goal is different from everyone else. You need to know how to increase sales, how to continue sales, but then there is something that's standing in your way and you have your own roadblock. So I want to address it, identify it, and work through it. Now, one of the questions I ask everyone when they join my free Facebook group, which if you haven't done that yet, you need to go do that, facebook.com/groups/Tara Swigger. I ask 3 questions of everyone, and I only let in the people who have handmade creative businesses. One of the questions I ask them is, when it comes to your business being profitable and doable, what do you think is standing in your way? So today, that's what we're going to talk about, those answers, because most people say the same 4 answers, so I bet it's your answer as well. The things that are standing in your way are probably one of these things. Next week, we're going to talk more about how to get out of your own way. So it's my hope that by me sharing what other people have said, anonymously, of course, that when you hear what's holding others back, you will recognize what's holding you back. What is standing in your own way? So what is holding most handmade business owners back? These are the answers I get most often. Focus. I just can't seem to work on what matters. I keep getting distracted. Time. I just don't have enough time. Or I'm not using my time effectively, which by the way is also focus. Self-doubt or confidence. So I doubt myself and so I don't act. I wish I had more confidence so that I could act. And then fear. Most people who write this answer don't give me any more information than just fear, so I have to guess. Are you afraid of failure? Are you afraid of poverty? Are you afraid of embarrassment? Now, lots and lots of people, more than half of people, give me this answer. They say, me. I am holding myself back. I am the thing standing in the way of my own success. When I read that, I think that is your real answer right there. That is the real answer behind everything else. You are the one feeling self-doubt. You are the one feeling fear. You want more confidence. You feel like you don't have time or aren't using your time effectively. So that is the most truthful answer, but it's also the one that keeps us stuck the longest if you don't believe that you can change you. As you hear me describing the different answers, which one of those stuck out for you? Which one of those resonates the most? Which one sounds like your internal dialogue? And here's the more important question. What are you doing about it? What action are you taking if that's what's holding you back? So when I talk to makers about their goals and I ask them, what are you doing to work towards your goal? Most people tell me that they're working on learning more. They're working on maybe implementing something they just recently earned. Usually it's about marketing, social media, email list, or something systematic. That's not what's standing in your way. That's not what you've identified as standing in your way. Not a single person has told me that knowledge or information was the thing holding them back. So if you know that something else is in your way, and you know what that something is because you identified it when you joined the group, why aren't you working on that? I think the answer is that it's much easier to learn something than it is to change ourselves. It is much easier to listen to another podcast episode than it is to inquire within yourself and decide to change yourself. So let's take a minute, back up, ask yourself, what is holding you back? Hit pause if you need to, ask yourself this question and write down your answer. Write as long as it takes for you to process what is holding you back. Now, how are you feeling now that you've done that? You have hit pause, right? You may be feeling amazing because you got some real clarity and you're ready for change. You're like, yes, this is what's holding me back. I am going to work on this. Or you may be feeling pretty bad because you're like, oh my gosh, why can't I just get over this? This is silly. I should move on. Other people don't have this. Ugh. I know it doesn't always feel great, but I have really, really good news. None of this is what's holding you back. I know. I know. It feels like it is. It feels like you need less fear, you need more confidence, you need more time, you need more focus to move forward. But what if I told you you're only going to feel more confidence or less fear, or you're going to find the time to do it after you do the thing, after you commit? What if the way to move past what's holding you back is to let go of it and move forward anyhow? What if the way to get over it is just to embrace it and do it anyhow? To let go of the idea that you need to fix it or you need to fix yourself before you're allowed to do the next thing. That you don't need to wait for permission. You don't need to wait for confidence. You don't need to wait for time. You can do it anyhow, as you are. What if you believed you were perfectly suited to build your business exactly as you were? What if you were ready to move forward on the next project or with the next client exactly as you are? I know. You want action items. You want to do something. So I'm going to give you some episodes and resources for each of these issues so you can get some actionable steps. But I can tell you, after a decade of working with hundreds of makers, designers, artists, teachers, consultants, you are going to move beyond what's holding you back only after you believe that you're going to move beyond it. Belief is not the only thing that's going to build your business. You can't simply believe that you'll be successful and you have everything and it will all be done. You have to take action. But without that belief, you won't actually take any of the actions that will make a difference, that will move you forward. If you don't believe that you are enough exactly as you are, you'll keep stopping yourself. So if you're ready to start believing that you can move past it, you're ready to let go of the idea that you need to be better or you need to be smarter or you need to have more time or you need to have a different life. If you're ready to do that and you're ready to move past all of it, I do have some recommendations for episode and resources that I've created for you that address each of these in detail. But here's the thing. I have made these resources and episodes years ago, and they have been available. So it's not a matter of what's available. It's a matter of you using it and moving forward. Now, I am not upset with you if you haven't used it already. I'm not saying this so that you beat yourself up. What I'm saying is it's never been a matter of information. It's been a matter of you acting on it. So you've got to decide that you're ready to act on it and that you're worthy of acting on it. Now, you don't have to worry about writing these down if you're driving or you're doing dishes or you are sobbing because it's got emotional. I've linked them all up in the show notes. The only thing you need to remember is to go to taraswagger.com/podcast294. Or wherever you're listening to this, look below, scroll down a little, and there should be links either to that post or to everything I'm about to mention, depending on how detailed the description is. So you don't have to remember anything, just scroll down and click to see all of the show notes. You're going to find everything there. Okay, so let's get into the things that you feel like are holding you back. So let's talk about focus. The best way to get focused is to be clear on what you need to focus on. I know that sounds silly, but a lot of times we're like, I need focus, but we don't know what it is we need that focus for. So this is why we set goals and then create plans to get us to those goals. So you can wake up each day knowing what you need to do to move forward. My best resource for this is my book, Map Your Business, which you can find at taraswagger.com/map. You can search for on Amazon. That has the system for knowing exactly what you need to be working on. If distraction is your problem, like you know what you need to work on, but you keep getting distracted, I have got a whole kit of resources for you at taraswagger.com/distraction. When you put in your email there, you'll be sent to the page automatically where I both help you crush marketing distractions and I help you avoid internet distractions from a older episode where I talk about avoiding internet distractions and what I do to stop being distracted. Okay, so those are two resources for you, Map Your Business and taraswagger.com/distractions. Next up is time. Over the years, I've written and shared a lot about how to manage your time, get more done, create a productive workday, because that's a question I get over and over. My absolute best strategies are all in the class Get More Done. I created it at the Creative Live studio, so it is 5+ hours of professional quality video, edited beautifully, with transcript and dozens of worksheets, and all of that is at the most affordable price you'll find anything. It's the price of a book. Basically, last time I checked, it was $29. Sometimes it's $20. You can get it at the link I've included in my show notes. Actually, it's at taraswagger.com/time. Super affordable way to get a lot of information about creating your best workday and being productive, managing the time you have. If what is holding you back is self-doubt or confidence, I have a lot of podcast episodes about this. I also created a Biz Confidence free course, and I've taught at workshops around the world. I'm going to be sharing that free course again this year. So stay tuned to the podcast and we'll do that again. In the meantime, you can check out the following episodes. Episode 93, episode 131, which is about taking action before you feel confident, and episode 233, which is about imposter syndrome, because a lot of times the self-doubt is wrapped up in imposter syndrome. The next thing is fear. How are you going to deal with fear? The first way is to recognize what you're afraid of. Are you afraid of failure? If so, I have 2 episodes on that. Episode 127, which is how to handle failure, and episode 263, which is about using failure as fuel. And it's one of the most popular newer episodes, episode 263. If you're afraid of success, listen to episode 268, where I talk about that with you. And if you are afraid of the disapproval of others, girl, I feel ya. Listen to episode 271. That is definitely something I've struggled with. Okay, now the last thing is you. If you were thinking, oh man, I am what's holding me back, I have a little homework for you. Next week, we're going to go more into how you can stop holding yourself back. And in the meantime, I want you to do a little homework. I want you to write a little bit. Now, it doesn't have to be in a special journal or a notebook or anything official. Just get any scrap of paper that's got some space for you to write. I mean, get computer paper if you need to. Set a timer for 10 minutes and write the whole 10 minutes answering these questions. What am I doing to stand in my own way? How am I stopping myself? And why am I doing it? So if you are still listening to the podcast, you didn't take those 10 minutes to do that, then put it in your schedule to do those 10 minutes here soon. No matter what you wrote on the paper, I want you to practice holding it in kindness and gentleness. Sometimes when we identify these things we're doing to hold ourselves back, we're mad at ourselves. We feel bad about it. We think it's just another sign that we suck. No, I want you to look at it the way that I would look at it and you. The lot of love and total acceptance. I would say, hey, it's okay. You're doing the best you can with what you have and what you know. You are doing amazing. It is so good that you are acknowledging this and working with it, whatever it is. So let's work on it a little bit more next week. And in the meantime, know that it's okay. We are all holding ourselves back in different ways. It's not a sign that there's anything wrong with you. We just need to identify it. I still love you. You are still worthy of love and worthy of making your dreams come true. So I would really love to hear what you think is holding you back. Come tell me in our free group. It's at facebook.com/groups/Tara Swiger. One of the first questions I ask you is, what do you think is standing in your way? Tell me there. Let's talk about it in the group. You're not alone. Thank you so much for listening and for coming and joining me and sharing your heart with me in the group. I'm wishing you a week full of forward momentum, without fear, with tons of confidence and enthusiasm.